What happens when you eat food from 8 countries and then ride one of the scariest roller coasters in America? I came to Kennywood's Bites and Pints festival to find out. From tasty Cuban bites to tangy Korean treats, I'm ranking every booth from worst to best. And once I'm full of international snacks, I'm getting on the Steel Curtain, a 205-foot vertical drop coaster that just reopened. Will the food hold up? Will I hold up? Buckle up and follow me for this delicious ride. After sneaking in through Kennywood's secret tunnel, I stepped into this beautiful, nostalgia-packed park and was greeted by the iconic welcome sign. But we're not just here for the views. The Bites and Pints Festival is in full swing, running every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through June 29th. Here's how it works. There are 8 international food booths, each serving up delicious bites from a different country. You can buy items a la carte, usually around $9.99 each. Or if you're snack-savvy like me, you grab a bite card and save money. The cards range from 8 to 15 bites, starting at $44.99 to $49.99, and pass holders get a sweet deal, 15 bites for just $49.99. Even better, if you don't finish your bites today, you can come back another weekend and use the rest before the festival ends. Oh, and we're also checking out the newly reopened Steelers Curtain Coaster, because nothing pairs with food like steep hills and upside-down rides. Now, let's hunt down our first booth and see where these global flavors take us. The first 2 booths I came across were Italy and Greece, which feels like walking into a Mediterranean family reunion. Only this time, nobody's arguing about who brought the olives. At the Italian booth, the menu was stacked. Piadina, tramezzini alla caprese, zucchini fritas, and yes, wine and beer too, because Nonna insists you stay hydrated. I decided to try the piadina pizza, which caught my eye immediately. It's got ricotta, grilled peaches, Calabrian chili honey, and fresh basil, all on a warm, pillowy flatbread. So basically, it's like a pizza, a cheese board, and a summer garden all had a delicious baby. Price-wise, it's $7.99, or just 1 bite off your card, which feels like a steal for something this fancy. Let's give it a taste, and if this combo actually works, I might start putting peaches on everything. Alright, let's get this bite in. Okay, that's really good. You've got that crispy crust, the salty savory combo from the ham and cheese, and then this subtle sweetness from the peach that just sneaks in at the end. The basil's strong, but in a good, fresh way. It's definitely different, in the best kind of way. I'd give it a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. Now let's head over to the Greek booth and see what they've got cooking. Over at the Greek booth, they're serving up a gyro, souvlaki, and a baklava sundae, which I'm pretty sure I tried last year. They also had some Greek-inspired beer and wine. This time, I went with the souvlaki. It comes with a Mediterranean-style chicken skewer and a side of roasted tomato and feta orzo. It looks fresh, flavorful, and pretty filling for a single bite. Let's give it a try. Alright, let me try to get a bite with a little bit of everything here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I like this. It's got that pasta salad vibe, fresh veggies, tangy dressing, and the pita has this nice, light crisp to it. Everything tastes super fresh, and it just works. I'd give this one another 4.5 out of 5. Now let's talk rankings so far. Honestly, everything I've tried has been solid, except for that one dish I'll get to later. Yeah, that one was a situation. Between the 2 I've had so far, I think the souvlaki edges out the peach pizza just slightly. So right now, it's Greece in first, Italy in second. Let's see who's coming for the top spot next. Next up, I found 2 booths going head-to-head in a serious flavor showdown, Mexico versus Ireland. Over at the Mexico booth, the menu's bringing the heat. Elote corn, quesabirria, and a chipotle shrimp tostada that caught my eye immediately. They've also got some solid beer and wine options if you're looking to cool things down, which I probably should have considered. I went with the tostada, and here's what we're working with. Chipotle shrimp, avocado, creamy cilantro sauce, a little pico, queso fresco, and a drizzle of crema, all for $7.99, or 1 bite from your card. Now I think this is going to be spicy, and not just in a fun way. So if you see me sweating in the next 30 seconds, you'll know why. Let's see what kind of heat we're dealing with. This one looked interesting from the start. Wow, it has some serious heat. The shrimp was plump and tender, and the mix of sauces and creams brought a ton of flavor. But the spice? It didn't hold back. My mouth was stinging for a good 30 minutes afterward, so if you're not into spicy food, this might not be your thing. The tostada shell was fresh and crispy, and the veggies tasted really bright and clean. Overall, I really enjoyed it. Definitely a must-try, and I'd give it another 4.5 out of 5 stars. Ranking these is getting tricky because they've all been solid, but I think this one earns the top spot. So for now, it's Mexico in first, Greece in second, and Italy in third. All delicious, but Mexico brought the most bold, memorable flavors so far. Let's see what Ireland has in store next. At the Ireland booth, the menu featured corned beef sliders, cottage pie, and a Bailey's Irish float. I went with the cottage pie, made with braised beef, vegetables, a layer of creamy mashed potatoes, and topped with crispy fried onions. Basically, a warm hug in a cup. This one was $7.49, or 1 bite off the card. Let's see if it lives up to its cozy reputation. Let's dig into these mashed potatoes and see what's underneath. I'm seeing carrots, peas, onions, and that rich-looking gravy. My mouth's already watering. Oh yeah, this is a warm, hearty, and really satisfying stew. The mashed potatoes are lightly salted and smooth, and the gravy has a nice savory flavor without being too heavy. The vegetables add a bit of sweetness and texture that balance everything out. I'm giving this one a strong 4.75 out of 5 stars. It's seriously good. Honestly, this might take the top spot for me. So, the new ranking, Ireland in first, followed by Mexico, then Greece, and Italy in fourth. Let's take a walk around the park and see what other bites are waiting for us. On my way to the next booth, I made a quick stop at one of Kennywood's summer shows, the first of many running this season. This one's called the Original Daredevil Circus, and it features acrobats, trapeze artists, and even motorcycles pulling off some seriously wild stunts. Before we jump into the next round of food, let's take a closer look at the action.
He floats, he runs on air, he bends gravity to his will. Alright, now every time his feet leave the ground, I want to all say, wow!
The next booth I found was Cuba, and their vibrant island menu was bursting with bold tropical flavors. They were serving up a Cubano sandwich, ropa vieja, and tostones rellenos, plus Cuban beer and a frozen alcoholic hurricane slushie that looked dangerously refreshing. I went with the tostones rellenos, which came with grilled shrimp, fried plantains, mango salsa, and a touch of mojito flavor. It looked like the perfect tropical bite, so I grabbed a seat to give this one a proper taste. Alright, got it. Interesting. The shrimp is juicy with a nice, light grilled flavor, and the mashed plantains add this sweet, corn patty-like taste that really works. The salsa is a great balance, slightly sweet, a little savory, and it pairs really well with the shrimp. Overall, this was a flavorful and unique bite. I'd give it a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. Now, where does this one land on the ranking? I think I'm going to place it just below Italy. So the updated list, Ireland, Mexico, Greece, Italy, and Cuba. Definitely some interesting flavors in that one. Next up, I made my way over to Eastern Europe. Time to check out what Poland has to offer. Now, shifting gears a bit, I made my way over to Eastern Europe to see what Poland had in store. At the Poland booth, the menu was full of comforting traditional favorites. They were serving up kielbasa sliders, pierogis, and a raspberry dessert crepe called naleśniki. They also had some Polish beer on tap if you're looking for a drink to go with it. I decided to go with the naleśniki, which is a grilled Polish pancake filled with sweet twaróg cheese, topped with raspberries, and a generous swirl of whipped cream. This one was $8.49, or 1 snip off the bite card. Let's dig in and find out if this dessert delivers. And then, I'm doing something possibly unwise, riding the steel curtain roller coaster. Will the crepe survive the coaster? Stick around, we're about to find out. This one looks delicious. Wow, this is seriously good. The crepe is light and super soft, and the creamy cheese filling is just the right amount of sweet. Then the raspberries hit you with that perfect tart finish. It all comes together beautifully. I've got to say, this one earns a perfect 5 out of 5. And because of that, it's officially taking the top spot on the leaderboard. So here's where we stand. Poland is now in first, but we've still got 2 booths to go and a ride on the steel curtain coming up. Who's going to claim the final crown? Stick around, this isn't over yet. The next booth I found was Spain, and the menu had a nice variety of options. There was a churro con chocolate for dessert, a classic paella rice mix, and a patatas bravas potato dish. They were also serving Spanish beer, and even a piña colada, which felt like a fun twist. I went with the patatas bravas, which came with crispy Yukon Gold potatoes, a smoky salsa brava, and a drizzle of garlic aioli. It looked simple, but flavorful. This one was priced at $6.99, or 1 bite off your card. Let's see how this Spanish favorite holds up. These look nice and crispy. Oh dear. These looked nice and crispy going in, but I've got to be honest, I didn't enjoy this one. I'm not sure if something went wrong in the prep, but it tasted like a shovel full of salt. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be, but for me, the salt completely overpowered everything else. The texture was good, but the flavor just didn't land. I'm going to give this one a 1 out of 5. If you're into very salty snacks, this might be your thing, but it wasn't mine. For now, I'm placing Spain at number 7 in the rankings. Now, let's check out our last booth, and then we'll hop on the steel curtain coaster. The last booth I visited was from South Korea, and it had some great options to wrap things up. On the menu, a chicken bao sandwich, a ramyeon mix, and yaki mandu, all sounding pretty tempting. They also had a few flavors of Korean beer if you wanted to wash it down with something a little different. I went with the chicken bao sandwich, which came with crispy chicken, a chili garlic BBQ sauce, cucumber, and cilantro, all tucked into a soft, fluffy bao bun. It was priced at $7.99, or 1 bite from the card. Let's see if this one ends the festival on a high note. This bun is really spongy. The bun on this one was incredibly soft, light and pillowy, just the way a good bao should be. The chicken was crispy and tender, and the garlic barbecue sauce added a sweet, savory punch that really brought everything together. It was a well-balanced bite, and definitely one of the better options of the day. I'd give it a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. As for the rankings, this one's going in at number 2. So here's the lineup. Poland holds on to the top spot, followed by South Korea, then Ireland, Mexico, Greece, Italy, Cuba, and, in last place, Spain, with its unforgettable cup of salt. With my final bite stamped on the card, I headed over to the steel curtain coaster to wrap up the day with a little adrenaline. Let's ride! I did it! I rode the steel curtain and didn't toss my cookies. If you enjoyed this food-filled adventure, check out my playlist for more theme park food reviews. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more tasty content, and let me know in the comments which Bites and Pints dish you liked the best. Until next time, have a fun, flavor-packed summer.